Hello my nostalgic friends, in this video I want to show you a really particular lens and something new. This is a rebranded of a vintage lens. Yeah, this is the 100mm 2.8 Bubble Bokeh. This is the TTArtisan, which makes this lens inspired by the vintage and legendary 100 2.8 Meyer optic trioplan, the famous trioplan. Yeah, that lens, I've used it. I make a video about that lens. It's really nice, really unique bokeh, and TTArtisan remake that lens. And I have here, yeah, they write me a mail and they told me, hey, do you want to try our lens? Yes, of course I want. I like the trio plan and I like to test this lens. They don't pay me to speak about this lens. I will say you what I think really in this about this lens. If it's good, I will tell you this lens is good. If it's bad, I tell you this lens is bad. Okay? They don't pay me to tell you nothing. But I expected I like this lens because I like the trio plan, and of course this is identical, and also I like this one. And actually this one surprende, because it's better. Okay, it's better, it's more, it's sharper, has more contrast, but has the same identical optics inside. Okay, the same schematico, okay, the same lens design, and actually it's made about the same because it's full metal. As you can see, we have got the focusing ring, the aperture, it's made the same way. And this is a nice thing. But what is really good about that is the price, because the trioplan costs around 600 euros, okay? And it's a lot to take a lens only to see, oh, Bubble Bokeh, a lot of money. But this lens, how much costs? 150. It's less than a third, okay? 150 euros for this lens, and you can buy with the link in the description. Yeah, this time if you want to support me, you can buy this lens from the link in the description, okay? Thank you for supporting, and it's not a lot of money, okay? It's really good for that lens. I will show you the pictures because I take some good pictures. I was thinking, wow, I'm so good photographer, but actually it's still the lens good, okay? Not only me, I am good, of course, but this lens makes really good pictures. I use my Sony a7R Mark II, which is 42 megapixels camera. I love this camera. 42 megapixels are a lot of megapixels, and this lens can handle a lot of megapixels because the pictures was really sharp. Okay, surprised me. 3 lenses can make so sharp image, really good. The bokeh, it's beautiful, and not only the bubbles, but actually the autofocus area, it looks really soft, really dreamy, morbido, really nice autofocus areas. Looks like a vintage lens, but with the sharpness of a new lens, because this lens is new actually. It's made with the newer technologies, okay? Use the same lens design, but it's made now. And it's a nice thing, because if you pay $600 for a trio plan, actually you can have fungus problems, you can have some dust problems, but this not, it's new, doesn't have those problems. Okay, okay. The images are good. Let's talk about the lens. The lens is full made by metal. Can you hear? Ah, yeah, this is heavy metal. We have got metal caps on front, ta-da! On the back, full metal caps. Okay, really nice thing. We have got a lot of blades, as you can see, like the original trioplan. I don't know the number, but they produce a circle perfect in every aperture. Nice thing. We have got the M42 screw mount. Ta-da! M42 screw mount, and that's fine because you can adapt with a simple ring of 10 euros on Amazon. Ta-da! But you can use it on your old film cameras like this Pentax Sportmatic. Ta-da! I say ta-da too much times. Okay, let's mount the lens on my Pentax. And voila! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fantastic trio plan on my Pentax. Trio plan, the TTArtisan, okay? But it's like a trio plan. Okay. Very nice. Okay. It's a fully vintage lens like in the 60s, but it's new actually. I mount on the camera and this is the result. Look at that. It's fine. It's pretty light, but it feels strong because it's metal. And it's good. One thing that I want to tell you, if the lens is not perfectly, how to say that, if it's not on the right position here, you don't see the writings here, but you see on the left, on the bottom, on your adapter, you have got the screws on your adapter, okay? You have to unscrew. You can rotate the lens and then screw back again. You can move this ring here to have the right angle of your lens. This is a problem with the screw mount. Actually, also L39 has the same problem. Anyway, let's talk about the packaging because they sent me this lens test. This is the box, really cool. Feels nice. We have got the guarantee straps here, which I've already broken because I use this lens. Okay, open and open. Ta-da! What else we have got inside? We have got some instruction here for I don't know what, for the site, but actually more important, ta-da! We have got the lens design and the MTF graphic here, which is a nice thing because let us see how TTArtisan, how many attention put in the details. Really important. And here you can find this soft thing which inside you found the lens. Okay, I use also the in-body image stabilization of my Sony. I set it on 100mm and I can use this lens stabilized. Really nice. It's easy for me to focus with focus peaking. With the zoom, I can zoom inside the picture and have really precise focusing. And this lens is fine. This lens is fine to use. Really beautiful pictures, and I like it. It's more than I expected. Okay, because I've used the trio plan a lot. I like it, the trio plan, but this lens it's more clearer. Okay, because it's newer, looks clearer, and have the advantage of both worlds: character from vintage character, and a clean image of a new manufacturer. Okay, both together. Buy this lens and the link in the description. In the link in the description and support me. Thank you. Grazie tantissimo. Okay, that's it. Now, if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But it's good. I recommend you this lens. You can buy also other things on TTArtisan site. You find adapters, lenses, autofocus also. But this lens I've tested and I can tell you this is a good lens to use. Okay, let's see closer, let's see the pictures. And here we are. This is the lens, let's look at closer. As you can see, it's full made by metal. Can you hear? This is full metal. Let's see the focusing ring. As you can see, it has a really long throw. Actually, it's really smooth. It's really burroso, as I told in Italian. It's nice, it's precise to focus with this ring. Nothing to say about that. We have got the aperture ring, which has click and half stops, as you can see. Really nice. And let's see the aperture. As you can see, I don't count the blades, but we have got a lot of blades. And the most important thing, it's not the number, which are a lot, but actually that the fact it produces a perfect circle, as you can see, at any aperture. And this is really good to have perfect bubbles, perfect bokeh in every picture. This is nice, circle at any aperture. One important thing to say is the bubble appears at all aperture. Okay, if you want the bubble effect, you have to use wide open. But actually, it's really nice to use also in mid apertures. Boom. What else to say? Here we have got the screen mount, the aperture. It's M42. It's really easy to adapt to any camera because the adapters are really cheap. I use on my Sony a7R Mark II, which has 42 megapixel, and actually this lens is really sharp because it resolves all 42 megapixels. Yeah, this camera has 42 megapixel, and this lens, it's pretty sharp. I can see the texture of my t-shirt and it's really sharp, still wide open. Actually, if you are closing the aperture, you have got some micro contrast, micro contrast, but the sharpness is really good still at full aperture. Okay. I use also the in-body image stabilization with this lens. With this lens, I set to 100 millimeters and it works really fine. I have got, I can use longer shutter speeds. This is nice. It's a nice thing in modern cameras, but also if you use on your vintage camera like this Pentax, it will be also really fine to use. Okay. Ta-da! This is the lens with the vintage Pentax. Nice. Okay. What else to say about it? As I told you, the sharpness, it's really good, still wide open. One small problem is the flare because we don't have a lens hood, as you can see, and the lens, it's not really inside the lens, but all glasses are here on the top, and it's really easy to parasite light to enter and to cause some flares. Okay, if you close a little bit, actually you remove any parasite light, it looks better. I like flare. Usually I'm searching for flares, but actually for someone it could be a little bit annoying. Anyway, apart of the flare, actually nothing to complain about this lens. It's good. Maybe another thing to say is the minimum distance focusing, which is 90 centimeters, which is not a lot. You can do really macro, okay? It's close enough to make some good portraits, but not to have some really close subject images. But actually you can use extension tubes, and I think this lens, it's a good macro lens, okay? I really think that, and I bought some extension tubes to use in macro mode, because I think in macro you can have more bubbles, okay, because you're closer to subject, and I think it's something crazy with this lens. I shoot in San Faustino, which is a festa here in Brescia, and are a lot of giostre, a lot of lights. Was really fun, like a park, like a Luna Park, and I really enjoy use this lens. I also made a POV shooting, first person shooting. You can see the environment where I'm shooting and you see my point of view. And I think this is important because you usually see the results, but you don't see where the picture was taken. And I want to show you in first person the results. Let's see some more example of pictures. I make the shot at full aperture, medium aperture, and close aperture. It's pretty constant, this lens, in sharpness, in the contrast. It's really good, and it's really consistent from all apertures, which is a good thing. And actually at f2.8, which is the closest aperture, doesn't suffer a lot of the diffraction, which is a normal problem on the lenses, but this one handles really well. And that's it. I let you to see some more pictures, because I think the pictures that I take with this lens was good. I like the pictures, I like the results. There's a lot of time that I don't enjoy taking pictures that much, and this lens start again to make me want to get out with my camera and take pictures. And that's it. If you want to buy this lens, I recommend you to go in the description of this video. You found the link. 150 euros are not a lot for such a nice lens. Good, well built, nice focal range, particular bokeh. It's worth for me 150. It's really good. And if you buy, you support me and my channel, and ti ringrazio, thank you a lot if you do that. And that's it. Let me know in the comments if you like it, if you like the pictures that this lens takes. We will see in the next video. Bye bye.